Hello, this is McKenna Trainer with Sport Conversation, and I'm here with
Daniel Hawkins.
And we are here talking about the club football team, and
I'm a sophomore.
and you were on the football team, weren't you?
Yes.
And what other sports have you played other than football?
Soccer, swimming, lacrosse, wrestling, and etc. Like stuff like that.
And what sport do you prefer?
My top two sports I would say would be football and wrestling.
Awesome. Why wrestling?
Wrestling, because I think I'm good at wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Winter Blitz, stuff like that. Also regionals. I think I did good.
Nice. And what football?
Football, I like the contact of football.
Okay.
It's a way that you can like let your emotions speak when you're like going through it, take your minds off of stuff like that.
And when did you start playing football?
I started playing football when I was like, I'll say when I was 12 to 10.
Okay. And this is just close, but what is your what is your favorite football team right now?
Well, I have to say it would be the Dallas Cowboys.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. Do you follow any college teams? Although you are in college.
I would say I follow Clemson since it's near my grandma and stuff, and I like the year that they had in 2019. Also Miami University.
Nice.
And I'll also say Colorado.
Nice. Colorado. Is it Colorado with Prime or the other?
The Buffaloes.
Okay. All right. And so I'm just following along. What motivates you to play these sports? Any particular motivation?
Motivation is, I'll probably say my height, and I like proving people wrong. And I just love the energy that comes out with the sport itself.
Okay. Nice.
Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. What position do you play?
I play linebacker and running back.
Nice. And then what did you guys in the club team, since we were talking about Coppin State, what were you guys' season like this year?
Our season was better than last year since we had a few amount of people last year. We was all getting hurt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we wasn't really prepared during that year. But this year we had new recruits.
Nice.
Our team was mostly with freshmen.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that you guys had more freshmen.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually more veterans than anything, so I didn't know that.
No, it was all new freshmen this year.
Really? So, what do you think that will prepare you guys for next season?
Well, it'll prepare us next season since we already built a bond this season, and we already know what the coaches want us to do in preparation of next year. I think we have a better chance of actually getting to the playoffs easier and obviously communicating as a team.
Okay. So in your win-lose competitions, what do you tell yourself? Like, you're in the locker room, and you know this is either a win-lose situation. How do you prepare yourself for that?
Well, what our coaches usually tell us and stuff like that, and where we go by, if we lose, we look to the next game.
Okay.
If we win, we do the same. We look to the next game.
Okay.
Because we always try and think about, after we're done with this game, we look to the next opponent, then study them.
Absolutely. So as an athlete, what do you do? Do you listen to music to get you ready for that? Is there any, food that you eat to do? I know you're a college student, so it's kind of hard to eat certain things.
When it's game day?
Game day, yeah.
I say during game day, since we started actually acting like a team this year, we started to go to the cafeteria, get breakfast early in the morning, like at 9.
Nice.
Then we prepares ourselves to the game. Game probably starts at like 2 or 3. So we just there, either we're listening to music, bonding as a team, or we never sit in the quiet.
Right.
But we always get our mind ready for where we got to go on the field.
Absolutely. So how does football empower you as a person?
Like I said before, football empowers me as a person with my emotions and stuff. If I'm like going through, if I just want to clear my mind off of something, it's always there. I might always have football around one way or another.
Yeah. So, how does being an athlete in your studies help you? Like being an athlete and doing your studies work. Like you have a lot of homework, you have a lot of things. How does that help you?
Well, it helps. Football also helps since we have study hall, and
Mm-hmm.
we always spend at least a good hour or two in study hall. Probably we usually do it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So it's an opportunity for us athletes to actually study what we need to study, get out the way before we actually go on the field and practice.
Mm-hmm. What are the major highs in your career, and what are the major lows in your career?
I mean, my accomplishments
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
absolutely.
I'll say my accomplishment is my first game in, I'll even say in high school. My first game was on varsity. And after that game, I stayed on varsity as a freshman.
Nice.
And all the way through high school and stuff, got awards.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say my senior year, I was All-American, so I had a chance to go to
Awesome.
Dallas and play on the Cowboys field.
Mm-hmm.
So I was happy about that. And also coming to Coppin and as a freshman as well, starting on the team.
Yeah.
It was new to me.
Yeah.
It's a different speed, so I'm happy about that.
Is there any person that you look up to in your field or anybody in general? It doesn't have to be in football. Is there anybody specific that you look up to?
I'll say I have to be Ray Lewis if I look up to.
Love Ray
and
Lewis.
Also study my game off of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He got motivational speeches and stuff like that, and what he accomplished so far, or what he accomplished in his career, it's amazing.
Absolutely. And just in the NFL in general, do you see? Because I love the NFL. I love college football, just in general. And this, I just ask anybody that talks about football. What do you see the playoff brackets go on so far? Do you watch that? Are you keeping up with that right now?
I sometimes do, but I know that I was surprised to see this season that the Broncos are doing good.
Yeah, I was too, honestly.
But it's either, at least if I'm thinking Super Bowl contenders, I'll think either the Chiefs, like always.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, but I would say also the Lions is a good one to look for.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised that the Lions are going as far as they are.
Because back then they wasn't really all that.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years in your career?
5 to 10 years.
Even if that's doing even your own brand. Where do you
It's
see yourself?
either my major that I'm doing now is health science, which I'm going to get into physical therapy.
Absolutely.
But concerning football, I can see myself doing football, even if it's for like an overseas team, international,
Absolutely.
stuff like that. Because I'm always want to follow this dream of mine to the best ability I can.
I think that's a great model to stand by and something to look into and to keep in your brain saying that I'm going to do that. So what do you like to tell your younger self being in this field and saying that you already were on these varsity teams as a football player? What do you like to tell your younger self now?
I would say keep on working hard, keep on pushing through. It takes sacrifice. You gotta be prepared. Do what nobody will do, basically.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any coaching or any advice that you'd like to tell anybody?
What my coach used to say in high school is always make a name for yourself.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast, and I appreciate you coming on Sports Conversations.
No problem.
Sports Conversations out.